Are you ready for this? It's so easy, you guys, I promise. Hey guys, all right, today I just have one freezer meal for you. And it is so easy, but just in case, I wanted to share it because peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are so the norm for kids' lunchboxes. I don't know about your kids, but my kids, peanut butter and jelly. Lots of different kinds of jelly, peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and Nutella, plain Nutella, any kind of that kind of sandwich, my kids are all over it. So just a little bit of a way to save me that extra little bit of time in the morning, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a morning person and my mornings rarely go smoothly. We are always scrambling to get out the door last minute, especially because we are a little bit further away from our school than last year. So we've got a little bit of a drive until we officially move into our tiny home. So I am gonna show you guys how easy it is to prep your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a month at a time and have them in the freezer. You just pop them out, put them in your kid's lunchbox, and they're ready to go by lunchtime. So let's get into this. You guys, if your kids just live on PB&J, it will save you so much time by just making enough, even if it's just every Sunday, making however many sandwiches, however many kids you have or yourself for the week and popping them in the freezer. All you have to do in the morning is take it out and it is thawed completely by lunch. So I've got our creamy peanut butter. I myself love crunchy, but my kids love creamy, so I'm just gonna be prepping some creamy ones. You guys can use whatever kind of peanut butter, almond butter, whatever you guys want, but this is what we're using. And then I was gonna make some strawberry ones because my kids have been on a strawberry kick lately, but we are all out and I need to use up the rest of this grape jelly. So I told my kids, all right, we're gonna have peanut butter and grape jelly until this grape jelly is all gone. And I'm just using this one, the natural. Again, you guys can use strawberry, peach, whatever kind of jelly you guys want, jam, it all works. Super easy to change it up. The bread I am using is Sara Lee honey wheat. So I've got everything out. You guys could just use it as a sandwich. I'll make maybe 2 of these, but I also have some cookie cutters, and these I got in a 4-pack at the Dollar Tree. The other 2 are a little bit smaller. I feel like this is a better size for your sandwich. So I'm gonna make a couple of these as well, and let's get making some PB&Js for the freezer. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you want to put your peanut butter on both slices, and then we're going to put the jelly in the middle. That just helps the peanut butter keep the jelly inside. The jelly is not going to soak through the top or anything like that. Also, it is easier to do all of your peanut butter first. However many sandwiches you're making, do all the peanut butter first and then come back and do the jelly. I'm going to do one of each kind and show you guys, and then I'll finish them up. So right now we are just going to do a normal peanut butter and jelly. So I've got my peanut butter on. Now we're gonna add some jelly. Jelly's on. I definitely go light on the jelly because my kids love peanut butter. So that's it. I'm gonna put it in a little baggie, and then after we get all of our sandwiches done and they're all in baggies, I'll show you how I store them in the freezer. All right, okay, this is why I love sharing things for you guys. So I was going to make some cookie cutter ones, but just to let you guys know, for when you're looking, if you have a plan, don't get bread that dips like this, because if I were to, I can still use this, but I wanted to make it an Uncrustable. So this one is just a good old peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's not an Uncrustable. In order to make it an Uncrustable, you lock in the sides. So I was going to use a cookie cutter and press down, which I'll go ahead and do. I've already made this sandwich. Another tip, just in case, I know it might seem like everybody knows, but when you're using cookie cutters, you make your sandwich first. So I've got my peanut butter and my jelly in there, and then you use the cookie cutter. Don't use the cookie cutter on the bread first and then try to make your sandwich. It's going to be very difficult. If you guys have little kids that aren't going to school and they love peanut butter and jelly, I used to use the crust for Bryce, my son, when he was in school, and my twins, Rose and Pearl, were home. They would get the crust and my son would get the sandwich. They didn't care. It was still peanut butter and jelly for them, just so you're not wasting it. But nowadays I have to admit, I do throw some of this away. I'll eat it. Maybe my older daughter will eat some, but other than that, we throw it away. So that's not as bad as I thought. That worked out well. I don't know about this one. Anyway, so to make this an Uncrustable, I use the cookie cutter. Now it's a circle. You could freeze it like this. I've never done that, but All you have to do now is push down on the sides with a fork. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's gonna be a little messy, but after you go around and push down the sides, just wipe off the stuff that's coming out, and it is an Uncrustable for a lot less than buying them name brand from the store. And there's my Uncrustable in the bag, ready for the freezer. You guys could also do Nutella. You could do peanut butter and honey. The possibilities are endless, but I just took my fork and I pressed down the edges, sealed them together, and now it's ready for the freezer. I do suggest though, because this bread has that huge dip, I would definitely, it was a little hard to get where the dip is pressed down, so I would get more of a flat top bread for this type. If you're just freezing it as a sandwich, that works just fine. All right, so this is what I have made, and if you guys are wondering how many, so I have 3 younger kids in public school. So they take peanut butter and jelly once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It really depends. They go through phases where they just don't want it. So I have made 6 sandwiches. That's 2 days of peanut butter and jelly for my kiddos. And since these last about 3 to 4 weeks, for at least, this will be good for at least the next 2 weeks, at least one day. So I made 3 just normal PB&Js with the creamy peanut butter and the grape jelly. And then I made 3 of the Uncrustables. I was gonna use this, but maybe next time I'll pay attention to the top of the bread and I'll do like Nutella Uncrustables or peanut butter and honey, something like that. But I just use the circles this time. Now, I have all of them individually wrapped in just a normal Ziploc bag. And then you guys, if you had a bin in your freezer, you could put these in a bin, but I just use the bread bag and I put them back in here. I stack them together. So I'll put these 3 together and I'll put these 3 together, even though it really doesn't matter. I will just keep them in my freezer in the bread bag, just like that. I mean, that's it. That's how easy it is. Just make sure you put that jelly in the middle and you're good to go. You can just leave the bread as it is, crunch it around the sides, use cookie cutters, all that good stuff. So easy. Just make your peanut butter and jelly, put it in a baggie, and then freeze it however you want, whether it's in a bin. I've seen tons of people have, you know, a really organized freezer for lunches and fridges for lunches, but I just use the bread bag and stick it in my freezer because I'm not that organized just yet. So if you guys liked how easy this was, give this video a big thumbs up. If you are new, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. I have a few more freezer ideas coming up along with lots of recipes in the future. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.